Last year we had a look at the brand new Subaru Outback. Well, we have it back, but this is no ordinary Outback. This is the new Wilderness trim. And we did some off-roading last time with the Outback, but you won't believe what this Outback can do. We're en route to the off-road course now, so let's talk about what's different on this new Wilderness. Well, first of all, you can't miss all the anodized copper accents on here. You see them on the bumper for where the toe points are. By the way, these bumpers are different, so they are carved out underneath to give you even more clearance and for approach angles, departure angles. The Wilderness has more ground clearance, 241 millimeters or 9.5 inches. We're definitely going to test that out. I love these wheels and tires. So you have Wilderness specific 17-inch black wheels, and wrapped around them are Yokohama Geolander tires. And what's surprising, you have a big, huge wall too, and we are on a nice twisty road right now. These tires are holding up really good, and they're very, very quiet. And since they have a large sidewall, they really absorb a lot of the road imperfections that we may encounter. The standard LED headlamps and tail lamps. I really like the actual height of this vehicle when you are entering or exiting it. It makes it very easy because it is a little bit higher. Now, up top, you have new ladder style roof rails, and they have a higher dynamic and static rating. So static now will hold 700 pounds. Everyone is getting into the roof tent craze. Well, this will hold a roof tent now. Subaru is saying this is the most adventurous vehicle and capable vehicle in their lineup, and we'll definitely put that to the test with this off-road course. But they also strive to make sure that they didn't compromise any of the road manners, and we are on this nice twisty country road right now. This thing, it handles great. I mentioned these tires are very, very quiet. The ride it's a very comfortable ride. Absolutely, there is no compromise so far. This Wilderness also has a black matte finish on the hood as well, and not only does it look good, it's actually there to actually reduce glare. And this also comes with a front camera, which we will use when we go off-roading. On the inside, you'll see a lot more of the anodized copper accents on the steering wheel, on the door, on the shifter, and this really is made for adventure people, where you might come in and you might be wet or muddy, so you have nice rubber floor mats. They say Wilderness on them too. These seats, which also have the Wilderness on the headrest, are water resistant, so that's really handy when you're all soaking wet, and they're easy to clean as well. Standard, you get the large 11.6-inch screen that comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and eyesight is also standard on the Wilderness trims. And one thing that I noticed, which was kind of interesting, is if you're using, let's say, the adaptive cruise control with the lane centering and lane keeping, there is a little green LED light that shines on the windshield to notify you that you are locked in. It has you centered, and if there are any changes, yellow lights come on, and it's a nice way to notify you without having to look down at the information display. Under the hood, you get a 2.4-liter turbocharged boxer engine, puts out 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. And the nice thing about this engine, it uses regular fuel. That is a super, super welcome feature, especially with the price of fuel right now. That's matched to CVT, and of course, like all Subarus, it comes with all-wheel drive. Towing capacity is rated at 3,500 pounds. The CVT in this vehicle is one of the best in the biz. Seriously, it just drives like a regular conventional automatic transmission. The ratios have been changed for this Wilderness though, so it's 8% lower, meaning it's really made for climbing. we go off-road now. We've got X mode selected. There are a couple different modes. There is snow dirt, which we are on right now, and there is deep snow and mud. That's gonna give you a little bit more spinning action. We don't want that. We want traction right now. 9.5 inches of ground clearance. This suspension has been retuned also for the Wilderness. In Canada, we get 4 skid plates as standard equipment. So you have one in the front, one in the back, one over the drivetrain and over the engine as well. So you don't have to worry as much if you're seeing, oh, there's a big rock there. Of course, you're not gonna fly into it, but it will handle a good bump, that's for sure. All right, this is a pretty deep watering hole here. It's gonna come up to basically our license plate. Here we go. I think there's fish in here even. Here we go. Whoa. Holy smokes. Holy, I feel like I'm actually driving a boat right now. Wow, that was fun. Let's see what other trouble we can get into. Can't believe how soft the ride is over these harsh bumps. It was really good on the just regular gravel road, but over some of this much rougher stuff and all these rocks, it's incredible. Seriously. What's nice about this X mode and this Outback is that we just did a hill descent there and it was controlling my braking for me, but for regular off-road, or we're going over those rocks right now, it's not restricting you, not like a super low gear. All right, another water crossing. Here we go. Oh, it's rocky. It is bumpy. It is great. I seriously love that Subaru has enough confidence in their product by letting us take it on this big off-road trek here. Ooh, mosquito. There's a lot of bugs around here though. Anyways, you know, instead of just having a kind of a, you know, like a built-up off-road track that, you know, just maybe teeter-totters the vehicle a little bit, this is real stuff that you would normally drive. Actually, this is way more extreme than I would actually ever think of taking a Subaru Outback. Like there are so many large rocks here, and we were told don't avoid them, just drive over them even. And it's very quiet in here. Can you like just think, and I've got a whole bunch of equipment that's rattling in the back there. So this is the most challenging climb here, and we have switched it to deep snow and mud to get a little bit more wheel spin. We have to kind of hit these rocks at a kind of a medium speed. Inclines never ever show properly on camera. They never do. This is extremely steep. There is no way if you said, hey, you're going to take a Subaru Outback up this, I would ever say, yeah, you can do it. There we go. Okay.
See that painted mark?
Yeah. All right.
Yep, stay on the power.
All right, stay in the power.
Turn, that's it. Stay on.
Oh my God. This is insane. This is crazy.
Try to keep a constant throttle there, right? Yeah, stay on it kind of evenly on the throttle. That's it, it'll make it right up.
Woohoo! The most extreme Subaru Outback ever. I believe it. So the funny thing happened after driving this Outback. Listen. We went from gravel now onto a dirt road, and normally after driving off-road for a long period of time and you hit the pavement, you're like, ah, it feels so good. With this Outback, I've actually had the sense that I want to go back off-road already. And that's the type of effect that it has had on me. It's just that good. It just instills so much confidence with rear independent suspension on some of those just washboard roads. It's so easy to drive. Now we have the Outback Wilderness. Will there be other Wilderness versions in other models? I would probably bet my money there probably will be. If you're in the market for a small SUV, or especially if you're in the market for a Subaru Outback, have a look at this Wilderness, especially if you're an adventure seeker and your lifestyle takes you to some more extreme places and you want to be confident getting there. I was truly impressed of the capability of this vehicle. I would have never ever thought of taking a Subaru Outback into some of the terrain that we did. But what was even more impressive was how well this handled all situations. On road, it was so comfortable, very capable. We have all the technology with a standard eyesight. We were in this for 6 hours in behind the wheel here, and it felt like nothing. This would be a great cross-country vehicle. You could drive this anywhere. You know, a lot of people have asked me over the years, I'm looking for a smaller SUV. What do you recommend? A lot of times I say, have you thought of the Outback? And they're like, really? They never thought of it. You know what? It's the best of all worlds, and this new Wilderness one, if you really want to have a lot of adventure, this is the one. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you on the next Everyday Reviews. Cheers. Woohoo!